April, thank you so much. We want to begin the 9:30 half hour with breaking news. ESPN releasing a brand new report outlining a list of allegations against Suns owner Robert Sarver.
Now, we first told you about this report on October 22nd, but it had not been released yet. So it is filled with accusations against Sarver, claiming that he has made racist, misogynistic comments through the course of guiding the Phoenix Suns.
So let's bring in Mark McClune on the very latest on this report. Mark, tell us what you know at this hour.
Well, I mean, honestly, guys, just still sort of reading through the report from ESPN here. It is a lengthy one. We have known that it has been on the way for a while. We didn't know when it was going to drop. We thought actually sometime last week when word kind of broke of this on social media on October 22nd that an article would come out. And back then we had a statement from the team. We had a tweet about what was in the article. Now we're kind of finding out what is in the article. And as we sort through it, the very first thing that jumps out to me is some allegations from former coach Earl Watson in 2016 accusing Sarver of using the N-word multiple times in a workplace setting. That was back in 2016. Earl Watson was not the coach after that year. As you go through the article some more, there's other allegations from former employees of the Suns franchise not being a very fun place to work and kind of a hostile working environment. Now, the Suns have released two statements to us back in October 22nd when word broke that this was going to come out. Sarver, James Jones, and team president Jason Rowley each sent out their own statements. Jason Rowley called this story completely outrageous and false, and James Jones, the general manager, said none of what has been described in the article is the Robert Sarver I know, respect. It just doesn't, but these are some pretty serious allegations here. And again, it's a long article. We're going to be kind of sifting through this as the day goes along here and pulling out the details and talking about it. Tonight, the Suns host the Houston Rockets, and when it comes to current employees with the Suns, especially the players, Devin Booker has said until an article drops, there's nothing to comment on. So we definitely are going to be down there tonight. We'll see if Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Monty Williams have a comment on this. Again, still sort of sorting through this article to pick out the finer dedetails, and you can Google it right now. But it's going to be one of the talkers of the day here for sure, as the article is finally out here. And Robert Sarver's 17-year tenure as the owner is definitely under the microscope right now, and some serious accusations here by ESPN.
Yeah, well, I remember that Monty Williams saying, absolutely, I'm not going to give any air to this. I'm not going to be speaking to this at all. And it's likely that will continue even though this detailed report has been released. But have you heard just any kind of buzz through the course of October 22nd to now about representatives from the NBA speaking to members of the team or speaking to others who are involved in the organization to confirm or dismiss these claims?
Nothing that's on the record, and I think there's a lot of conversation, a lot of whispers. You have a lot of conversations about this with current and former employees to try to get to the bottom of it. Until we have Robert Sarver, I think, get in front of a microphone and look everybody in the eye, I think this story will continue. I wonder if that happens today. The Suns have just kind of let it sit there. They've let their statements sit there and kind of hang, in the air with this story waiting to be dropped here. So, I don't know that it's going away anytime soon, and I think this is something that, as we talked about on our Extra Point podcast, when word came out, Jordan Schultz was the first one to tweet it, an NBA insider, that when word of this came out, this could be a Donald Sterling type situation. And I mean, the NBA has not said anything. I would expect some sort of statement today from the NBA as well. So it promises to be a busy day in the sports world here locally as we wait and see the reaction to the story.
And Mark, as you say, as this continues to play out, we're just coming off of this incredible season. It was a high for the team, a high for the entire state, really. So we'll see how this may or may not put a mark on the reputation of the team. Thank you, Mark.